Hey, what's up everybody? It's TheHyphenate here, and the Sony A7S3 camera has been finally officially announced, and this thing is a beast. It's a 4K camera that is more of a filmmaking camera than a photography camera, though it can do photo, but it's primarily something that's made for filmmakers, and it's being marketed as such. Now, because there are many other A7S3 videos already on YouTube, I want to do a short video, hopefully under 5 minutes, where I just go over a list of the features that I think are important for filmmakers and why I think this is a camera that you should seriously consider if you're into video. So first and foremost, it has a new 12.1 megapixel full frame backside illuminated sensor. This is actually ideal for 4K video as it does full pixel readout with no pixel bending. And with 12.1 megapixels, this also allows it to excel in low light shooting. The A7S3 also includes a crazy fast Bionz XR processor. The processor and the sensor together work to provide a super clean image and a lot of power. It shoots 4K video in 24p, 30p, 60p, and 120p, which allows you to get very smooth, crisp, and clear slow motion. It has various codecs with different bit rates going from smaller all the way to 600 megabits per second internally. It also has options to shoot in either H.264 or H.265. Every frame rate and resolution can shoot in 10-bit 422 internally, which is great for color grading. From the footage I've seen, all 4K frame rates look really clear and sharp. Unlike most cameras, when you change to 60p or 120p, it starts to get a little bit more mushy, a little less detail. Here in the A7S3, all of those frame rates all look pretty much identical in sharpness. This camera also excels with great dynamic range, and depending on what format you are shooting in, you can average between 11 and 15 stops of dynamic range. The A7S3 has no recording time limits at all and really doesn't seem to overheat. There's a new cooling system design in the camera that helps dissipate heat. I've seen many different videos where people are shooting outside in the sun at 4K, 60p, 120p. And the only time I've really seen anybody kind of say anything about overheating is when there is 4K, 120p at high bit rates when it's pretty hot. Most people are not shooting 120 frames per second continuous for over an hour. So I really don't see overheating as an issue in the real world. The A7S3 also has a new color science that matches the new FX9 camera, which looks true to life and is very color accurate. There's also an improved, crazy fast autofocus with touch-to-focus subject tracking and continuous IAF, and more options in autofocusing speed where you can really adjust the speed and sensitivity from focusing on one subject to another. This allows the autofocusing to look a lot more smooth and natural. In every single frame rate and quality, you get full continuous autofocus features. You also don't lose any of those autofocus features when you're recording to an external recorder via HDMI output. And speaking of that, it has a full-size HDMI port. Another great feature is that with the HDMI output, you can record 16-bit RAW externally. The rolling shutter has been greatly reduced and is pretty minimal now. That was a really big issue for Sony cameras for a long time, so I'm glad they finally addressed that. This camera also has Ibis internal image stabilization. However, though it's slightly improved, it's still not incredible and not one of the best on the market, so I wasn't really blown away with it. But having that on and using a gimbal is definitely gonna help create really smooth shots. Now, when it comes to the actual design of the body, it looks great. It's a little bit beefier with way better ergonomics. Improved weather sealing, better dials, a record button on top, and now finally a fully articulating screen, which is also a fully functioning touchscreen. On top of that, there is a new and more simple, easy to use, improved menu system. You also have a micro USB port and a USB-C port, and the USB-C is 3.21 Gen 1. And through that port, it supports external continuous power. So you don't really have to worry about your batteries dying. There's also a headphone jack and a mic jack. The EVF is insanely sharp and clear, probably the best on the market right now, but personally, I almost never use the EVF when I'm shooting video. There are two identical memory card slots that accept either CF Express Type A, which is a new memory card, or SD type memory cards. Both SD slots support UHS 2. Now, if you're gonna shoot using the 600 megabits per second bit rate, you're gonna need the CF Express Type A cards. The A7S3 also continues having S-Log and HLG profiles. The A7S3 has built-in Wi-Fi that enables remote camera control, and it also allows for instant sharing to mobile devices. It supports both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz bands, which also enables wireless tethered shooting support. This camera is loaded with features, has great 4K quality, amazing autofocus, and pretty much almost everything you would want for filmmaking. The A7S3 retails for $3,500 US and is available now for pre-order. B&H Photo states that it's going to start shipping on September 24th, so it's around the corner, and this camera is going to be a hot item. So I highly recommend pre-ordering ASAP. I do have a link in the description where you can pre-order it from B&H Photo. It doesn't change the price that you get it at, but it does help this channel. Please make sure to drop a like on this video, drop a comment below if you have any questions, and please make sure to subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming soon, especially on the A7S3 once I get it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.